What is up? This is my all-time Premier League 11. Yeah. There's only 3 modern players in there, one of which doesn't even play in the Premier League anymore. There are 2 in there that do still play in the Premier League. One has been injured quite a lot this season, and one is, well, very much still in the scoring business this year. I've tried to be as unbiased as possible. There are only 2 Liverpool players in this all-time 11, and there are how many United players? 3 United players in there. So you can say I've been unbiased by that. So let's start off with the goalkeeper then. There are so many goalkeepers that I could have chose from. I could have gone for David Seaman, I could have gone for David James, I could have gone for Peter Schmeichel, which is what I was going to go for initially. And no, I did not choose Alisson. It is a goalkeeper that was playing recently. He retired a few years ago, and I think he's the best goalkeeper the Premier League has ever seen. It's Petr Cech. Of course, he played for both Arsenal and Chelsea, most memorable for his time at Chelsea, of course. Not many people thought he would play again after that nasty head injury with a collision with the post, but the notorious helmet guy has really established himself, for me, as the best goalkeeper the Premier League has ever seen. Now, right back. Most of the outstanding right backs in the Premier League are from the modern era. However, I haven't chosen a modern right back, and this is one of the Manchester United players that I've gone for. I've gone for Gary Neville. Reason being, there aren't many outstanding right backs. I could have easily gone for Kyle Walker, experienced. I could have easily been biased and chosen Trent Alexander-Arnold. I could have gone for Aaron Wan-Bissaka, but I didn't. There are no young players really in this team, but I've gone for Gary Neville, and at left back I've gone for another player that used to play for Chelsea. I've gone for Ashley Cole. Now, I won't lie, I did go for Andy Robertson at first, and then I was like, well, he's 26, he's still got a lot to prove. And has he been the best of all time? He's definitely the best of the modern era. Has he been the best of all time? And that is when I thought to myself, Ashley Cole, who recently retired with Derby County, I believe. I think he retired at Derby. And yeah, I think he has been the best left back of all time. And I've gone for my centre back pairing. I have gone again. There isn't a Liverpool player here. I've gone for Nemanja Vidic at centre back because he was a brick wall when he played. He was a brick wall. And the other player that I've gone for is Vincent Kompany, because he last played in 2018. He kept City's title charge alive. Well, for City anyway, he last played in 2018. Keeping their title charge alive with an absolute screamer against Leicester. And for me, he's been the second best centre-back of all time, with John Terry not far behind in third, and then it would have been Virgil van Dijk in fourth. But Vidic and Kompany is the centre-back pairing I've gone for. Now, I haven't actually gone for Paul Scholes midfield. I've gone for the same formation that Mark Goldbridge did. I've gone for 4-2-3-1. Just because I think I could have easily gone for 4-3-3. 2 defensive mids and an attacking mid, and then obviously a left winger, a right winger, and a striker. The 2 defensive mids I've gone for are both English. I've of course gone for Steven Gerrard and Frank Lampard. It was a really tough call between Lampard and Scholes, but in the end I went for Frank Lampard because he proved that he can do it at 2 top-flight clubs, and then proved that he could do it abroad as well in the MLS. Same with Gerrard. Obviously, he only stayed at Liverpool and then went to the MLS. So, Gerrard and Lampard is my midfield pairing. I think Gerrard is the best midfielder of all time in the Premier League. Although he didn't actually win a league title, he was part of that incredible comeback in Milan. He won... well, he didn't win much, did he? But he was an incredible captain. He was an absolute inspiration. And I could say the same thing about Frank Lampard. Although he won a bit more than Gerard, obviously he won a couple of league titles with Chelsea. I do think that Lampard and Gerard were the best defensive midfielders in the Premier League era. And I've gone for a modern player as an attacking mid, but he's not still playing in the Premier League. I could have easily gone for Kevin De Bruyne, but I didn't. I could have easily gone for Bruno Fernandes, but I didn't. I've actually gone for David Silva. I think that he has been, over the last however many years, the best attacking mid in the Premier League. And even at the age of 34 last season, he was proving that he'd still got it. He was playing regularly, he was scoring goals, he was getting assists, he was proving that he could still do it at 34 years of age. And I think that is brilliant. On the left-hand side, on the left wing, I've gone for a player who spent his entire career with Manchester United, making more than 600 appearances. It is, of course, Ryan Giggs. I don't like Ryan Giggs. I hate him with a passion. But you can't deny his ability and his talent from when he was actually playing in the Premier League. And for that reason, I've gone for Ryan Giggs. Now, on the right-hand side, it wasn't an easy choice. There were so many players that I could choose from. There was the likes of Robert Pires. There was the likes of David Beckham as well. But I've gone for someone who's still playing. You call me biased if you want, but I have gone for Mohamed Salah. Okay, the reason for that is he's not even played 200 games for Liverpool yet, and he's already scored more than 100 goals. And in his first season in the Premier League, he broke the Premier League scoring record for most goals in a season. And he still has that. He's held that record since 2018. We're now in 2021. He still has that record, which is remarkable. And he is the current top scorer in the Premier League, so if anyone's going to break it, it's going to be Mo Salah. Call me biased, but it's just my opinion. And for the striker, I think this was the hardest choice of anything. It was between four for me. It was between Alan Shearer, Thierry Henry, Harry Kane, and Sergio Aguero. It was between them four. Now, I could have gone for the easy option and said Alan Shearer because he's the all-time Premier League top scorer. Did I? No, I didn't. I could have easily gone for Thierry Henry because he was part of the Arsenal Invincibles. Did I? No, I didn't. I actually went, in the end, for the Argentinian Sergio Aguero. And I think he has been the best striker in the Premier League. It was a hard choice. I didn't want to go for look, Alan Shearer's got the most goals, he has to have been the best striker in the league. I think Aguero, I think he has a harder work rate, honestly. And again, I could have gone for Harry Kane, but I didn't. I didn't. Aguero has, I think, somewhere around 180 Premier League goals in not far over 200 Premier League appearances for Man City. He's got more than 200 goals in more than 300 appearances in all competitions. And for me, he's been the best striker of all time in the league. Let me know what you think in the comments as well. I am very keen to know what your opinions on the matter is. So, in full, my Premier League team of the all-time Premier League 11 is Petr Cech, Ashley Cole. Let me try that again. Petr Cech, Ashley Cole, Vincent Kompany, Nemanja Vidic, Gary Neville, Steven Gerrard, Frank Lampard, Ryan Giggs, David Silva, Mohamed Salah, Sergio Aguero. Let me know what you think in the comments. Call me biased for putting Salah in there. I don't care. It was between Salah and Beckham for me, and I went for Salah in the end. Sterling was also a shout. Mahrez was never a shout because, yeah, he just wasn't. And there were other players in there that were shouts as well. And for strikers, there was another couple in there. There was the likes of Luis Suarez that was a shout as well. There was... who was it? What's his name? I can't remember his name. Wayne Rooney, that's it. That's the one. Wayne Rooney. He was also a shout in there as well. Now, I did consider Kevin De Bruyne for best attacking mid, but I think David Silva's proven more than De Bruyne has. And Bruno Fernandes wasn't really considered because he's only spent a year in the Premier League. So yeah, that's it. Let me know what you think. If you want me to do a all-time modern, or do a modern Premier League 11. Actually, I might do that in a moment. The best team currently in the Premier League. I will do that. Actually, I'm going to go do that now. So, in a bit.